Hi everyone, welcome to Old Doris Healthy Tasty Meals. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. So today I'm going to show you how I make this delicious vegetable soup. So if you're new here, please subscribe and thumbs up the bell so you don't miss out whenever we upload new videos. So I want to start with the recipes. I've already put other ingredients together like watching the vegetables. Basically is water leaf and pumpkin fluted leaves. So that's the major ingredients, but this ones are I kind of want to put it together. The onions, I just finished slicing it. The crayfish, I've also just blended it, so you can still maybe blend your crayfish along with the onions, but I kind of do them separately. So I want to start cooking the vegetable soup, guys. So I want to start with the onions. Although I would have started with cooking, seasoning and cooking the meat I'll be using, but I have already boiled the meat like I think yesterday, and I will be adding periwinkle too to this meal. Because I have cooked the meat already, I will cook the periwinkle separately. My other video of vegetable soup, I showed you how to thoroughly wash your periwinkle, so you can watch that video too. Is the first video on my page. It's another version of vegetable soup. So this I want to add some tomato paste. It's actually the tomato sauce I made. So when I have that tomato sauce, I usually add it to almost most of my meals. So I'll be adding part of it on this vegetable soup, and I'll be using a half cup of red oil. You can use 1 cup depending on the quantity of the leaves you are using. So I went ahead and seasoned with that is garlic, a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of ginger, black pepper, and blended onion, and also crayfish. I'm using like let me say half cup of blended crayfish. That much, yes, because I really wanted it much in this soup. And there is celery salt. So you can just season with the spices you can lay your hand on. But on my other vegetable soup video, I also have detailed spices there. Then I'm adding the meat. So beside this pot is the periwinkle that I have cooked. I cook it for like 15 minutes to make sure it's properly cooked before introducing it to the soup. Because once you just add this seasonings to your oil and tomato sauce, it won't take long. Then you add the meat, and here goes in the periwinkle. So I'll stir it very much to make sure that the meat and the periwinkle have a feel of the sauce, to make sure that everything tastes real good. Stir it very well. And I also added the fish. I use a smoked catfish for this to add more protein to the food. And little water. I added little water so that the sauce can just cook a little and penetrate inside the periwinkle. We are cooking it with the shell, although there's one that they have removed from the shell, but this one with the shell is actually more nutritious because the nutrients are still more conserved in it than the one they've removed the shell. Because as they remove the shell, you see those greenish water, those are part of the nutrient, the ions it contains that just go away with the water. But when you cook it with the shell, it helps to preserve the nutrients. So I let it boil for like 5 minutes. The water is almost getting dried, so I want to take out the fish. I don't want it to completely vanish inside the pot because when you'll be stirring and stirring, it will just get flakes and pieces. So I will just take them out. So you just take them out, then I will later add it back. Yes. Alright. So you see the water is almost dried up, and now it can accept the water leaf. The vegetables, like I said, is water leaf and floated pumpkin leaves. The one you add first is the water leaf. So I added it like 2 portions. I added first, stir it properly, and then add the second batch to make sure that the water leaf is properly incorporated, is properly mixed in the food. In the vegetable soup, yeah, I'm excited because I love this soup because of a lot of veggies that actually goes in it, and it's very nutritious, yes, with all those veggies. So for this onions and crayfish, it adds more flavor and taste to the leaves that you just added, to the veggies that you just added. So that is the pattern I usually do. To when I add the water leaf, I add little crayfish and the onion, stir it properly and let it like simmer for a minute, and then add the floated pumpkin leaf. You see the whole lot of leaf, guys. Yeah, much more leaf. So after stirring it properly, I add the fish that was taken out initially. So at this point now, when you're eating the soup, you can have the fishes around your plates. So at this point, our soup is already cooked, because once you add the floated pumpkin leaf, less than a minute, yes, less than 60 seconds, you should turn off the heat. So I've already finished everything. You can always adjust the salt taste, it's not much. Add little to taste great and stir properly. Make sure that everything is properly stirred. Then you are good to go. So that is it, guys. My vegetable soup, Nigerian vegetable soup. My other some say vegetable and non-vegetable soup. Some of my Western friends that do not really understand the soup. This is called Nigerian vegetable soup, edikaiko and periwinkle. Woo! And here I want to just dish it all out. I usually use big bowl to take them out. After a little while, I keep it in the fridge. So whenever we want to eat, we just take from it and warm. And you have soup. This soup will serve like 3 good portion or 3 times in 3 days. So here is it. We are done dishing out all this yummiest vegetable soup. Oh gosh, so it's looking so beautiful, so attractive. The veggies are still very fresh, if you can observe from the camera. See the periwinkle still around. This soup is very nutritious, joke apart, guys, because the periwinkle has a lot of nutrients, irons, vitamins, and then the floated pumpkin leaf and the water leaf, so with the crayfish, it just packed with lots of goodness, lots of nutrients. So if you haven't tried it, just give it a try, guys, and let me know in the comment section what you think. I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you.